So, what we're going to do first, me and Uncle Irvin will stand up here and give you a short summary of our family. So, I didn't get the mic. That's my bad. I forgot to bring the mic. So, I'm kind of going to scream loud and talk loud. It's just that but we're going to tell you a little history about the Beavers Reid family. Okay? So, I want you to please pay attention because I will ask a few questions. And on those questions, if you get it right, you win a prize. Okay? So there is a couple of people I'm going to exclude from this Family Feud game. I ain't saying no names, but a few of them over there that won't be able to play the game. So you have to pay attention to what I say and listen to what we talk about. Okay? So as we get started, and as they started this reunion, they started it in 1976. And when they started this reunion in 1976, it started in Oxnard, California. So, the Beavers, the Reids, all came together. And we met in a park in Oxnard, California. 1976. Okay? Okay. So at that time, all the siblings were still alive. Most of the cousins were still alive in there during that time. So most of them now is gone on. Right now we have 2 uncles left on the Beaver side that's from Papa. And 2 on the Reids. And that would have been Cousin Lorene and Cousin Arthur on the Reid side. On the Beaver side is Uncle Irvin and Uncle Rain June. Those are the 2 left on this side. And we're so fortunate to have them. Uncle Irvin's in his 90s, Uncle Rain June's in his late 80s. And we just thank God for that we still can come together and celebrate our history and come together as a family. So as we get started, I'm going to take you on a little journey. So I want you to please pay attention, okay? So as I'm going to go to this one, Beavers and Reid. Beavers started up here with Sang Senior. Sang Senior. This is Sang Senior. And this is Amy. Amy is not his wife. Amy is his daughter-in-law. She married Sang Jr. Okay, I don't have a picture of him. And this is, so once we come from down there, we're going to come down to here of what I know and what I have. We're doing a lot of more research and we will find out more. But right now, I'm going off what I know. Okay? So as we come down to on the Beaver side, I'm going to come down and I'm going to name, after we go from Sang Senior, Sang Junior, Amy, we're going to come down to Sang Junior's children, him and Amy. So that would be Essie Beavers, Marcella Beavers, Arizona Beavers, Josephine Beavers, and Papa's, Starling Beavers, Senior. Starling Beavers Senior. So then I come over to this side now I never knew, I really don't, let me look at this because I always just say Grandma and Papa, that's all I say. Frank and Mary Reid. This is Frank and Mary Reid, and these are their siblings. I didn't get any further on this because what I did was, as I stopped there, I kind of concentrated on a lot of the Beavers' history. I went back because a lot of us wanted to know about the older siblings of Mother. So I kind of stopped and I went and started doing some history on her. This year had been a trying year, so I had a lot of things I was doing, but I went back to learn more about her. So, but on this side, on the Reid side, there is grandmother, which is Willie Ida Reid, Aunt May, which is actually Mary Reid, Uncle Lucius Reid, and Uncle Frank Reid, and what's the other one?
Go back to the Mary Reid and the give her wax.
Mary is Aunt May. That's Aunt May.
The mother was named Mary.
But her name on her thing is Mary too.
That's what it's
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay, yeah. But that's who that is. They named her on her certificate. It says Mary. But everybody called her Aunt May. But her real name was Mary. Okay? So, as we come on through our history, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go, they migrated in Alabama. The Beavers migrated in Alabama. So after, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but later Uncle Irvin will get up and he'll explain some other things. They migrated in Alabama. From Alabama, they left to Texas. From Texas to Oklahoma. Oklahoma to California. And here we are now, California. Okay? Okay. So, we're going to go to Papa. So, if we start with Papa Starling Beavers. I didn't get a lot of history about the other ones, the Reids, because they didn't send me in a lot of information. So with Grandma, so I don't have very much information. But Papa was in 1910, Papa married Matilda Williams, and later she was Matilda Beavers. To that union, 5 children was born. Okay? There was George, Mariella, Abram, Marthy, Starling Jr. There was another brother, and his name was Dorothus. So he had to die at birth. So he had to die at birth because I couldn't find any history on him. So when they must have died at birth, there's no history. And the census couldn't pick it up. So when they died, I found that out about, and as I go down, I'll tell you about the other one too. So there's no history on Dorothus, but it just shows me that he was born in that year. So he was born first. It must have been stillborn or something. I'm not for sure. Because the same year later, in that same year, Uncle George was born. Okay? So, Matilda died at the age of 25. Her children was very young. I remember Uncle George told me the story that they were little kids. That when they were little and their mother died, because at that time they kept the bodies in the house. They didn't take them. So when their mother died, Papa and Aunt Baby, they called her Aunt Baby. She came, and I'm thinking it was Aunt Marcella. Is that who we called Aunt Baby? Is that who we called Aunt Baby? Okay, Aunt Baby came. He called Aunt Baby, and she came, and they loaded them in the back of a wagon. And they took them to Aunt Baby's house. And they put Uncle Bubba, Uncle Starling, in Uncle George's arms. And they put Aunt Marthy in Aunt Mary's arm and stuck Uncle Abram in the middle of them. Because they were all little children when their mother died. Remember, she died at the age of 25. They were young kids when she died. So, them not knowing their mother, because they were small kids, the only mother they really knew was their stepmother. So, Papa finally, he's moving around. So, but for a little while, he let Aunt Baby, I think it was Aunt Baby, keep them for a little while till he got settled. During that time, who did he let? Who'd you say? Yes. Okay, Aunt Josie is the one that came in. Okay, see, okay, Aunt Josie kept him, not Aunt Baby. It was Aunt Josie. Aunt Josie kept him, and then she kept him for a little while, right, until Papa came back, and then he got his kids, and he found his wife. But wait. Between that time, there was another child born, Aunt Josephine. Now there's a great Aunt Josephine for me and an Aunt Josephine. Papa's sister, Josephine, Papa's daughter, Josephine. Okay? So when you say Aunt Josephine, that was really our aunt. She lived in Texas. Okay? So, and then our great Aunt Josephine, she lived in LA. So I remember her. I met her, so I did get to meet and talk with her before she passed. And so as we go on through the history, that's when he married Grandma Ida Reid. So when he married her, she had 2 children when he married her, and he came in with 6. He had 6 and she had 2. And they made a marriage. And during that time, no one ever calls. You know, today sometime we'll say, my stepkids, there was no such word, Papa told them, as step. They taught him that there's no step. You're all my kids. And that's how we should all be. We should never say and label them as my stepkids, because they all belong to us. If you love that mate or whichever one you marry, you love those kids too, right? That's how it should be. So, as we go on, and I find that there was Papa married Grandma. Now, there was 2 children that was born, but like I said, I couldn't find the census on Nellaby. Because the census, like I said, she had to be stillborn, just like with DeRokas. So there is no census on that. But they do know that they had a sister named Nellaby. So she must have passed, but they named her like they named DeRokas.
Your mom told me that she died when she was young, as a little girl, like from something like swine flu, something like that, which was going around wiping. So that's what Aunt Clarice told me.
Okay, because they could not find, I couldn't find census on her. So, well, that's a good thing to know. So we'll keep searching to see if we can find her. And she might have had a different name, because they changed names. Once they was born, they give you a name, and then I'm not going to use that name, that's too hard, and then change your name. They were good doing that, too. They were good at doing that. And so there was Brother Boy. All we ever heard was Brother Boy. Well, I found Brother Boy's death certificate. And his name is Essie. And he was born before Uncle Irvin. So, and he was a year old when he died. He was born in May and he died in May. And his name was Essie Beavers. I mean Uncle Melvin. Didn't I say Melvin? Okay, I got my names all messed up. Okay, Melvin. He was born before Uncle Melvin. Okay, and he was born in the county of Wheeler, Texas. Okay, and they were migrating, on their way migrating from Texas to Oklahoma then. So then start coming the other children. So Uncle Melvin was born. He was born in Shamrock, Texas, on their way to Wewoka, Oklahoma. So as they left, Uncle Benny was born in okay. Well, Okay, I'm gonna let you tell that part. I'm gonna let you tell that part. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, now I'm just naming the kids as they're born and where they at, okay? Then you can come back, you're gonna come back after me. So, then comes Uncle Benjamin. Benjamin was born Oklahoma, Wewoka, Oklahoma. Then comes Jeremiah. Jeremiah was born Wewoka, Oklahoma. Then comes Clyde and Clarice. Wewoka, Oklahoma. They were twins. Everybody know them was the twins. Oh, Jesus. Them two.
Oh my. Whoa.
And then comes Irvin Beavers. Wewoka, Oklahoma. And then comes Raymond Beavers. Wewoka, Oklahoma. And then comes
The last.
Rain June. And they tell me they named him Rain June because Grandma said it was raining out.
No.
He said no.
Grandpa.
No, I named him you can say Uncle Jerry. I named him. Yeah. No, I said them all.
Okay, but he got a correction. Uncle Ranger has a correction.
When I was born, they didn't have no name for me because we were a big family.
I can tell you about it.
And my dad says, when I wake up the next morning, that's what we would name it. It rained. The next morning he woke up, he said, it's raining. And my mom said we'd name him Rain. My mom said we'd put June on because I was born in June.
What was the story, Elorise?
Huh?
I didn't hear what he said.
That his dad said, his mom said, which one?
His
dad said that when he wake up in the morning, he would name you.
The first thing came
The
to his
first
mind.
thing came to his mind. So when he woke up, he said, it's raining. So he said, well, name him Rain. And
And it
then
was-
Grandma said, well, the month of June, so
Yes.
Rain June. Same thing, raining in June. Raining in June.
And Elorise, what's funny is we live in Oregon. Oregon is the Beaver state. And one year, his name was voted by one of our newspapers as the best name in Oregon because it rains all the time. His last name is Beaver.
So, as they grew up on a farm, raising everything. They had everything. Only thing that I've heard different, Uncle Benny, Uncle Irvin, Mama, everybody say, the only thing that they remember buying was flour and sugar. Everything else they raised. Grandma was a great canner, preserver, baker, everything. And the one thing about it, she taught it to her children. I remember a story of my Aunt Idel coming down, and she said that when they were little kids, grandmother would sit them all on the porch, and she would speak to them in Indian speak. So they all knew what she was saying because she taught them. So she was also a teacher because she taught her children. You know, how many of us do that these days? You know, we get our little kids around and we sit and we teach them and we teach them about our history. That's something that we need to start doing because a lot of us is leaving the scene. and they don't know, you know, if we don't tell them. We got a great legacy that we need to speak about and tell about. All of us in this building have a story. So I think that that's something that we should be proud of, you know. So as I went and I looked, I found the obituary in the newspaper in Tulare Advance Register that was printed in 1956 about Grandpa. This was his actual obituary that was put in the paper in 1956. We went to Advance Register in the archives and looked it up, and this is what it was. So I won't read it right now. I'll let somebody else, you know, I don't got my glasses on, but I'll let somebody else read it. As I walked and I did history and I looked it up and I, you know, wanted to find out more about them. So on this table, this is a copy of Matilda Williams Beavers' death certificate. The first set's mother. This is her death certificate. I was able to find it. And, you know, we have a lot of history. There's a lot of stories to be told. Uncle Irvin tells the stories all the time. We need to open our ears to hear what he's saying because it is truly a great legacy that we have. And we, you know, for us to know more about it, so I did enhance some people that's going to help me, and we're going to get into it, and we will have more history and learn more about our family. And then I came and I found a card of thanks. This card of thanks was written when Grandma Reid died. Papa had this written up for the newspapers. And this card of Reid just says, the card of thanks says, to our many friends, we wish to express our thanks, gratitude, and appreciation for the kind words of sympathy, the florals and telegrams to help alleviate our burden in the hour of deep sorrow of the passing of our loving wife, mother, sister, aunt, and cousin, Miss Willie Ida Beavers, who parted this life on May 19th. May 19th, 1945, at 2 p.m. Signed, the husband, Mr. Starlin Beavers, 10 sons, George Beavers of Arvin, California, Abram Beavers of Buttonwillow, California, Starlin Beavers Jr. of Oakland, California, Melvin Beavers, Benjamin Beavers, Jeremiah Beavers, Clyde Beavers, Irvin Beavers, Raymond Beavers, Rain June Beavers of Wewoka, Oklahoma, and 5 daughters, Miss Mary Smith of Delano, California, Miss Martha King, and Miss Iola Gray of Wewoka, Oklahoma, Idell Stevens and Clarice Beavers. They put of Dallas, Texas, but they were actually in Wewoka. And she had 2 brothers, Y.N. Reid and L.C. Reid. They put Beavers, but it should have been Reid, of Caldwell, Texas, and 18 grandchildren. So this was her legacy when she left here. And it tells me grandmother was 45 years old when she passed. And remember, she died in 1945 and at the age of 45. So, and Matilda died at the age of 25. Okay? So Papa decided that, you know, nobody's going to raise my kids. I'm going to raise and take care of my own kids. You know, my mother being the baby girl, spoiled. Yes, you was. Surrounded by all them brothers, you know. And they spoiled her. Yes, they did. And we had to get the blunt of it. But he decided that all of them came back and they showed up as a family. And they stuck together. That's one thing I could say about them. They stuck together. No matter what, anything went wrong in the family, they were sending money, they were seeing after each other. They never let one go without the other seeing after one another. That's something that we should keep a hold to. And as I remember, cousin Dee and cousin Duke and all of them and Richard and all of them that was in LA, every time something went wrong, they all showed up. All these cousins and everybody showed up for one another. Cousin Irene and cousin Lorene and what's the other one? Arthur. Them two was always here for each other. All of them, they were always together. These cousins always stuck together. And that's what we should be as. Always be there for one another. You know, one hurt, we should all hurt. We should all see after one another. Because that's something that Papa started that I know of, that I remember, because they keep instilling it in us. That we need to make sure we're there for one another. And as I can say with this group, we always show up for one another. We do. We show up. And that's such a great thing because we've been through some trials lately. We've been through some trials. But guess what? We showed up for one another. Yes. We showed up for one another. It didn't matter where we were. We called. We sent a card. We showed up for one another. And that's what is instilled in us. And I hope that we can keep that going. That legacy, that Beavers, that Reid, that's a great legacy that we have. And we should not take it for granted, lightly. Just show up for one another. Because as we look on these boards, there was, 18 siblings? There's 2 left. And there is family here representing every one of them. So let's give ourselves a hand clap for that. I want you to just stand up just to say, I'm going to call, when I call your parents' name, I want you to please just stand up. I just want to show that we are here representing. There is someone from each one of those siblings here represented, except for Aunt. Okay, I'm gonna let you say it in a minute. I'm gonna let you talk. You can correct it. Okay. The thing about that is, I did say there is no one here from Ain't Idell and Ain't Olish yet. Those 2. They were, it was Sabrina and them was supposed to come, but I don't know what happened, and Butch, but I knew that Marilyn and them wasn't gonna make it. So, but I did speak to them. So as I called the sibling, and Uncle George, his daughter Betty is gone, and Sugar is in Africa with her son. So there's nobody with Uncle George. Uncle A.
mama.
Who did I miss?
Uncle Clyde.
Clyde. Oh, is there anybody that I missed on here? Uncle Irvin. Uncle Ray June. Oh, I was gonna call him. He could be. Did I? Uncle Irvin. I know I was gonna do A lot of the family is outside. Okay, I did say Uncle Ray June, right? No. Ray June. Yeah, I said I'm sorry. You can say no. And both his wives have passed on.
Uncle Melvin didn't have any kids, he didn't claim.
And Josephine passed, and her daughter, we never heard anything more after she passed from her. And we don't know where she is right now, but she had one daughter that we met at her service. So, but we don't know anything else about her. Now, I'm gonna ask, I want Cousin Duke's family to stand up. They were with us from day one and has hung with us till this day. And we are so thankful that you guys just stay around and stay in touch. We love it. That's Aunt Josie's, great Aunt Josie's descendant. Okay, is there any other Beavers or Reid in the building that I'm missing? Please let me know that I didn't call that represented a family here. Okay, but like I said, this is one year that we are so thankful as we're coming up on our 50th year, continuing doing a family reunion. We did it, we started in 1976. We had some tragedy. We stopped for a while, and then we came back. And then we've been going strong ever since. So next year will be our 50th year of celebrating doing our family reunion. So I don't know if we're gonna do something, but I'm really praying and hoping that we do something to celebrate our 50th year.
Oh, I just wanted to add too, we have,
Do it in Cabo.
another person, so Lee Hodge, he's gone,
Uh-huh,
but his wife, Marguerite,
it's still living.
she's still living, she's 105.
Oh, yeah. So we have her, she's in LA. She is in LA and she is still living. She's 105. Praise God. And she's still doing pretty good. She is doing pretty good. Pat normally keeps us informed on her.
Yeah, she's in Los Angeles, she's at Kingston there.
Okay. And then if you want to get us the information and stuff, and we'd like to, send her something, from the Beavers Reunion Fund. And we would love to send her a plant or something, letting her know we're thinking of her. Okay? That sounds really good. Thank you for that. So, because they have been coming. I remember Cousin Duke. I remember Cousin Dee. I remember going to their houses. And Cousin Richard. I remember all of this. when you go and you visit everybody say I got an old soul. I probably do. Because I like talking to older people because I like to get that knowledge. And I like to know where it comes from, where we come from. And, you know, I do talk, yes I do.
Uncle Irvin Jr.
But the thing to that is, everybody call me if they want to know something.
Yeah, they do.
So it pays off for me sitting there talking and listening.
Yeah.
Because I know. You know, there's some things that I know.
See there, Uncle
You know,
Irvin.
that's right, that's right.
Uncle Irvin Jr.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, before I do the questions, I'm gonna let Uncle Irvin come on up, Uncle Irvin. You guys have to be really quiet because he's at a whisper of his voice. Uncle Irvin's 92. Uncle Irvin's 92, and his voice is a little softer now. He's not as strong as it used to be. So Uncle Irvin, we're going to let you tell some of the history as you know it, because he was actually there living in some of it. I'm going by some of what the paper says. So if you guys get a chance, though, be sure to look at these boards, and it'll tell you a lot about us. You know, and Strussler did a great job on this board.
That's the first board.
She ran down, this is the first board ever done. She ran down their kids' names. And I remember they were saying Uncle Frank or Uncle Jim, one, had about 7 wives. He never divorced none of them. He was just married. Hey, I'm gonna let that go. But go ahead, Uncle Irvin.
Can y'all hear me? I thought they would have a speaker here. I told them they need a mic just so you can hear. But let me say this first. I want to thank Elorise and whoever committee was for doing what they did. They done a nice job. They done a nice job. This is the first time we ever had a report like this since we've been having a reunion. But what I want to say, just a few corrections. Not trying. I think her. She done told everything that I know and some of I didn't know. But correction on when my mother passed away. She passed away in 1945 at the age of 47. She made her 47th birthday. She was 47 years old when she passed away. And then on another thing that was about, I forgot my memory. What was I going to say? I just lost my memory on that. But she done a nice job. My mother passed away on 1945, the day, the Saturday where I kept her with it. None of the brothers and sisters didn't keep it. She passed away the Saturday before Mother's Day in 1945. I used to keep everything in my head, but you know my head is getting bad and things are slipping, so I can't hold on to it too much. But the most thing she gave us was pretty much in order about the Reid and the Beavers family. And I want to thank her for doing what she did because we often said that if they'd have got with me a couple of 3-4 years earlier, we could have really got it together. With my dad and my mama, the last thing my mama talked to me, my sister Clarice and Clyde and Raymond. And Rain Jr., but Rain Jr. don't remember. She set us on, I don't know if the picture of the house may not be up here nowhere, but she set us on the front porch, but said about all our kin people, all our relatives. And I took it all in, real good. And she was telling about, she got to tell about how many on my dad's side. So y'all got so many kin people on your dad's side. And I asked this question. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. I said, Mama, what about on your side? She wouldn't give us she gave us just a little bit on her side. About her dad and her mother and her brothers. I said, but tell you the truth, be honest with you, when you said, I heard Reverend Freeman made a statement about he had the beauty bouquet in his family, because they was all different colors. But that from my mom, when she went to tell about on her mother's side, I said, what about Grandpa and Mama? She didn't tell us nothing. But later on, we come to find they used the word, they were white people. And that's why you see us all like this. This is a beautiful bouquet.
That's
and
right.
Reverend Freeman, in his lifetime, they had a meeting right here in the city. And talking about the race and this, Reverend Freeman said these words, I got the beautiest bouquet in my family you ever seen. He said, I can get them black as black and stay in my race, brown as brown still, and get them white as white and still be in my race.
That's right.
And he told the truth. So now we ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't none of our fault. We have to accept what we are. So I thank Eloise. She done a very nice job for what she's doing for getting this together. because if she'd have got with me a little earlier, a lot of stuff I do know that it's just family problem. We talk about that later. But I want to thank her for this is the first time we ever had something like this in the reunion house. We get to explain it to the people. We've just been meeting and having things and turning out and going and nobody never know nothing. But this is one time they call them together and everybody sit down and listen. And I want to appreciate that. Thank you for it.
Before I go any further to call up anybody else, I would like to call the committee to come up, please. I would like all of us that came and worked on this and put in all of our hard work, I would like the committee to please come up. Where is Cynthia?
Cynthia outside with the kids. Can you call them? Yeah.
Okay. And I would like for my daughter-in-law, Frankina, to please stand up. She helped me. Please stand up, Frankina. I would like her to stand up. Come up. Why don't you come up? She helped me put my boards and stuff together. Come on, Frankina. I would like for her to get up. And Doreen, where's Doreen? Can you call? Let me get them. Okay. Doreen and Cynthia. These, we try to get members from each family to come in, and sometime it was two of us from each family, but we worked, we got phone calls, we did Zooms, we got in, and we worked through, they're in Oregon, these three are in Oregon, Doreen and Christy, she's in Stockton, Doreen is in Modesto, these two, Trina and Stephanie is in Sacramento, not too much. Where is Cynthia?
She comes with the
Oh,
kids.
and Tika is in Las Vegas. Robert Centilari with myself and Cynthia. And we get on the phone, and Roger's in Visalia. Is that it?
I say something. How many men up here?
Sure.
I need more Beaver boys, Beaver men to get involved. More Beaver men to get involved. They taking control over us.
We worked hard and we worked diligently together, trying to put this together. You know, and we're so thankful that we had the turnout that we did. And this is what's called teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm so proud of you ladies. I thank you because we've done a lot. And our I got two sergeant of arms.
Yes,
And,
Cynthia. Cynthia.
Yes, I call them the sergeant of arms, the CEOs. And that would be Renita and Cynthia. Those are the sergeant of arms. So, you know, we start conversation saying stuff and they want to shut it down. But I kind of like, I'm a little bulldozer. I'm like, and then I'll pout. I'm not finna let them just get away with it. But I want to say to you ladies.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Don't step here.
Uh-oh.
So we've had some really good, interesting, funny, and very spirited meetings. Yes. But it's been all love, all love.
That's right.
And we all work really well
Yes,
together.
we
So
do.
we do need some more people on the
That's
committee.
right.
Especially the younger generation. We would
Right.
love to have you
Right.
join the committee because we need to push the vision forward to
Right.
what the committee, what the reunion can look like and be.
That's
So
right.
thank you, sister.
You're so
cousin. She's the elder cousin.
Yeah, I'm the elder. They call me the elder cousin.
So,
Now started working in the.
yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
Next year.
So, yes, Daddy. So as you can hear, Uncle Ranju, my dad, has been on my head every time I go to their house about starting a year in advance. So we did get started a little late, and we apologize for that. However, we're going to continue to meet over the next several months. We're going to have a debrief after this, and we're going to move things forward. We're not going to wait. We're going to continue to meet and to move forward. And we also had a concept this year of each family member's sibling giving towards, and then we had Cash App where family members can donate. And you still can donate to the Family Reunion Fund. Yeah. So we encourage it. So we're gonna have more information.
Yes, she is. I should have moved because I feel like I'm like, come on up here, Cynthia. Because sometimes I feel like I'm overwhelmed, you know, with these two. I was right in the middle, just like this. But y'all know that ain't true, right? No,
So we're gonna have more, I'm creating another type of information form for us to fill
And
out.
Eloise forgot the microphone, so if
Yes.
you can't hear,
See, there they go with it. I already told them.
So, anyway. Yes, I did. So anyway, so if you would like to continue to donate toward the Family Reunion Fund, we have a Cash App, and Roger, I think we have Zelle. Is it yes? No. Just Cash App. Just Cash App?
Just cash it.
Or you can contact Roger, and he's our treasurer, financier person. But anyway.
Might as well.
So that's all, but look forward to some more information coming out. I'm working on a new contact form.
Oh, we got a
so we
Facebook
can
page too.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook page.
The Beavers Family Facebook page.
And don't forget, okay, hold on, and we gotta say thank you to all of our cooks. To me and Roger, thank you so much. They really came through. And,
Roger was such a big help.
Yes.
You guys,
So thank you,
you
Roger.
guys gotta applaud him because he did. And we wanna also thank Kimberly, because Kimberly had the connection for the hamburgers, the hot dogs, and all the food. And Trina Trina was a t-shirt person, and she was the one who got all the t-shirts.
Yes.
And also, I want to say to Robert, he's the cleanup committee crew. So he might be calling on some of you guys, young men, to help him when it's time to get that done. So please step up and help.
So yes, so right now. Okay, so Uncle Irvin wants to sing a song.
I want everybody in here to
He wants
sing this
everybody
song.
to sing.
I can't push it out like I want to, but just a little while longer. Hold on, a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Everything is gonna be alright. You got to hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Everything is gonna be alright. Got to pray on.
Pray on.
Just a little while longer. Pray on. Just a little while longer. Pray on. Just a little while longer. Everything is gonna be alright.
I'm gonna let Katrina give her itinerary of what we're doing. So we're gonna close this out, but I am gonna do a drawing for a question on the history. We do have church service tomorrow at 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church of Pixley, where it started at. Papa's name is on the cornerstone of that church where he started when he came to California. And we've been at that church for that many years. Our family is still there, and we just want anyone and everyone is welcome to come out and praise the Lord with us. We have in our own family, Minister LaShawna Wood, that will be bringing the message. We have our own deacons that will be doing the devotion and service. So we would love for family to come out and praise the Lord with us tomorrow.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, Katrina.
Sign up for.
If you'd like to sign up for the domino or spade tournament,